In this video, you're going to learn a lot about compound interest, the power of compound interest, and also the power of saving. You're going to learn how to calculate it yourself, and if you're worried about being able to do that, well, no problem. Just download this workbook you see in front of you from the resources provided with this video. So below this video, you'll see a link. Click on the link, find the workbook. It's very well labeled, and you can just download it and use it yourself. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is just take a capital sum of money and see how it's going to grow over 10 years. So in other words, I'm going to dump £10,000, because that's the amount we've chosen here, into an account, leave it for 10 years and see how it grows at an interest rate. So the bank, we're going to assume, is going to pay us 4.5% a year. Now, you could say, well, you'll be lucky, but if this was some kind of fixed rate bond, that actually might be a typical rate that you could get. So the first thing is we need to enter in the equal sign and then FV for future value, open bracket, and let's take a rate 4.5%, fix that. And then it says, well, over what period of time? Well, at the moment we're at year 0. So we're going to link it to year 0. And we're going to fix the column, and then we're going to say, well, how much are we starting with? So you can see here, using the syntax, I've put in the comma twice. I'm skipping payment for now. We're going to come back to that in the second part of this video, and I'm going straight to present value. Okay, so I need to enter in a negative and 10,000. Fix it to the 10,000, close the brackets. Okay. So in year 0, because I haven't even had the money in there for a year, I've not earned any interest. So my capital is 10,000, what I put in. Well, what happens when we copy the formula down over the series of years? I'm going to do that by copying. That's ESF. Okay. So that copied all the way down to 10 years, and that's telling me, okay, so I'm going to have £15,530. So you can see the formula checks out against our sense check here. And if I copy the formula down to 30 years, you'll see the number remains the same. So it's the same formula, it's linking to 30, and it's saying, well, if I just left 10 grand in an account at 4.5% a year in 30 years, I'm going to have £37,000. Okay, so that's the power of compound interest. If we were to say delete this 30 and make that after 60 years, you'd actually have 140,000. So you think, okay, well, that's great. So, you know, I don't have 10,000, but I do have an amount that I can just keep adding into an account every year. You know, how do I calculate that? Well, again, Excel makes it really, really easy to do this. You just need to understand the formula syntax and that you need to use the future value function. So if you enter equals again, FV for future value, open bracket, now you're into syntax mode, and same rules apply. Link it to the rate, 4.5%, fix it to that cell, and over what number of years? Okay, well, we're going to stick with 0 for now, because we're at year 0. Okay, what are the annual or periodic payments that you're going to make? Okay, well, we've decided to make £1,200 a month. So I'm going to fix it to that. And how much are you starting with? So we're going to use, and when you see in the syntax these brackets, means you don't have to use this for the formula to work, but we want the formula to take into account the present value. So we will use it, and we're going to put in a minus there, 1,200, because that's the first installment we're going to put in, not the 10,000. We've decided we don't have 10 grand. And then we're going to close the brackets and hit OK. Okay, so as you would have guessed, in year 0, we're not making any money. We've put in £1,200 of our own money, and you know, that's really that. So you're not going to get anything back until you've had it in there for at least a year. Let's copy the formula down. Oh, one crucial point. Same as future value, it's important to put a minus by the payments too if you want the number to come back positive. So let's copy that again. Put a minus in there, Alt ESF. Okay, now we're rocking and rolling. So you can take £1,200 per period, in this case we're talking in terms of years, at a rate of 4.5%, and you can see how your money grows. Okay, and that was starting with just 1200. Well, let's see what happens after 30 years. So let's copy the formula down here so it links to 30 years. Wow, you can see that by adding in capital each year, you're building up your capital at a much higher rate. So the interest rate you're getting is on a larger amount of capital. So you can see the power of saving as well as compound interest is phenomenal. So if we take that from a total of 30 years to 50 again, and we'll link this 30 over here to 50, because I think I broke that link earlier. So wow, so after 50 years, rather than having 90,000 starting with 10 grand, if we just take 1200 per year, we'd have 225,000. And this graph on the right here can show you here over a 10-year period, you'd actually be better off just saving an amount each year. Now, if you could do both, that would be great, but you can calculate that yourself. And if you have a problem with calculating that after watching this video, if you've missed anything or you feel like you need more information, again, just go back to the resource, the link provided with this video. It'll take you straight to the page where you can download this workbook. See you in the next video.